Every morning, before the sun rises, the streets are empty. There's no noise, no traffic. Only one sound breaks the silence, the slow rhythmic creak of a small wooden cart being pushed forward. That cart belongs to Ramon. Ramon isn't a businessman. He isn't famous. He doesn't wear a suit. He often walks barefoot, pushing his small stall, his gumter, from street to street. But inside him lives a dream bigger than the city itself. This is the story of the man who walked with his dream. His journey began with a walk. Ramon walks every single day through the pouring rain and the scorching heat, in the biting cold and under the burning sun. People pass him without a second glance. Some haggle aggressively over a few coins. Some laugh at his worn-out clothes. Many ignore him completely. But Ramon never stops walking, because every step he takes is not just movement, it is a tangible form of hope. Hope that today will be better than yesterday. Hope that his efforts will one day blossom. To understand why he walks, we must look at his past. Years ago, Ramon had a steady job in a factory. The salary was small and the hours were long, but it was enough. Then, one day, an accident changed everything. The factory shut down. There was no compensation, no support, no safety net. Overnight, his world crumbled. At home, his elderly mother, his wife, and his small daughter waited. Every night, his little girl would ask the same heart-wrenching question, "Papa, will you come home early tomorrow?" Ramon had no answer for her. His heart ached with the weight of that silence. So he made a choice. He borrowed money from anyone who would lend it. He bought a small, rickety cart, and he started walking. The first few months were brutal. It was a time of immense struggle. There were days he earned nothing at all. He would walk from sunrise to sunset, his calls echoing in empty streets, only to return home with an empty pocket. He would hide his tears behind a forced smile, not wanting to worry his family. Well-meaning people offered advice. Why walk so much? Just sit in one place. Customers will find you. Others would say, why work so hard? Fate is fate. You can't change it. But Ramon held onto a simple, powerful belief. If my legs move forward, my life will follow. He knew that staying still was the same as giving up, and that was something he could never do. Then came the storm. One evening, a sudden heavy rain began to fall, flooding the streets within minutes. Shops quickly pulled down their shutters. People ran for shelter, disappearing into the safety of their homes. But Ramon stood there, soaked to the bone, his hands gripping his cart tightly. Earlier that day, his wife had called. "Mother's medicines are finished," she'd said, her voice filled with worry. Ramon looked up at the dark, angry sky. For the first time, his legs shook. Doubt crept into his heart like a chilling wind. But then an image flashed in his mind, his daughter's bright, innocent smile. That was all he needed. He took a deep breath, tightened his grip, and pushed the cart forward again, his silhouette a lonely figure against the storm. That night, only one person bought from him. A single shopkeeper, taking pity on the drenched vendor, made a small purchase. But that one sale, that small amount of money, was enough. It paid for the medicine. It was a powerful lesson. Sometimes one customer is enough to save a life. One act of kindness is enough to restore hope. Days turned into months, and months into years. Slowly, a change began to take root. People on his route started to recognize him. He was no longer an anonymous face in the crowd. "The walking vendor is here," they'd say. He became known as the man who never gives up. Children started to wave at him as he passed. The elders in the community, who had once offered him pitying advice, now looked at him with respect. His cart got a little better, a little stronger. His confidence grew with every step. But through it all, Ramon remained the same humble, quiet, and always moving forward. One day, his resolve was put to the test. A wealthy businessman, impressed by his work ethic, stopped his car beside him. "I've been watching you," the man said. "You work very hard. Why don't you come and work for me? I'll give you a fixed salary, a comfortable job." It was a tempting offer, an escape from the uncertainty, the rain, the sun. Ramon listened, then smiled politely. He looked at the man, then at his own cart, and replied, "Sir, fixed money gives comfort, but walking gives me freedom." He chose the struggle over the comfort. He understood a profound truth. Dreams don't grow in comfortable, stagnant places. They grow on moving feet, nourished by sweat and determination. Years passed. That small, creaking cart eventually became a small, permanent shop. That one shop soon became two. His daughter, the little girl who once waited for him by the door, went to a good school and then to college. She was his greatest pride, the living embodiment of his long walks. One evening, as they sat together, she asked him a question she had wondered about for years. "Papa, why did you always walk? Why did you never just stop in one place?" Ramon looked down at his feet, tired but strong. A gentle smile touched his lips. He looked at his daughter and said, "Because stopping was never an option." Even today, with his success, Ramon sometimes goes for a walk, not because he has to, but because he wants to. Walking reminds him of where he came from. It reminds him of the storms he weathered and the hope that pushed him through. This story is not just about a cart or about escaping poverty. It is about the power of movement. It is a reminder that as long as you keep walking, life listens. As long as you keep moving forward, your dreams can breathe. So never stop walking, never stop moving toward your goal, even if the world seems to walk right past you. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiration.